Esther McVey is a Conservative politician and the Employment Minister, which means she is responsible for getting people jobs. It's an important role as she attends Cabinet. That's the name of the meeting of top politicians in the government. But out of 33 people who attend Cabinet, only 8 are women. Sarah and I have come to London to meet Esther to find out why there are not more women doing her kind of job.
You want to follow me?
Why are there so few women in Parliament?
I think it's a very difficult job, if I'm being honest. And sometimes if women, are mums and looking after kids and looking after the family, they might not want all of the added extras that comes with working as an MP. But what I have noticed now, when women are getting a little bit older, in the 40s, in the 50s, they are now entering Parliament, which I think is a really positive way forward.
What can be done to get more women into Parliament?
Well, what you're doing today is fantastic because you're actually trying to find out a little bit about it, you're interested yourselves, and you're putting it on a wider platform so other young girls who are watching this programme might think, one day I would like to do that job. So we are getting more of us in Parliament, but we do need to do a lot more.
As part of her role as MP, Esther must attend Prime Minister's questions every Wednesday at the Houses of Parliament, and that's where we're heading now.
Rid of the crisis in the NHS, they have to get rid of this Prime Minister.
If ever you wanted proof that they want to use this issue as a political football, you've just seen it.
As soon as we walked in, I automatically noticed that the presence of the men they were all I could see, and it was quite hard to pick out the women there.
It felt like a really, really bad school playground, like people fighting and shouting at each other. It was just screaming all the time.
Rushanara Ali is a Labour MP, and because the Labour Party aren't in power, her job is to challenge the decisions that the government makes.
We've been to Prime Minister questions and it was very noisy and there were loads of men. Do you think this is a barrier to girls wanting to be in politics?
I think there's a lot to be said for making sure the tone is not so aggressive, because that can put young people off, that can put women off. Having said that, once you get into Parliament, of course, you find a way of learning to deal with it.
Do you feel the number of women in Parliament could be improved?
Yes, I do, absolutely. I think that it's really, really disappointing, and we should have 50%. We should have many, many more women in Parliament.
After what we've experienced today, we have realised that there are still not enough women in Parliament, and there should be a larger percentage of women in Parliament right now than there currently is.
However, from what we've learnt today, it's not impossible. And if you put your head to it, then maybe one day you could be up there with those guys.